Hey, hey, hey! I hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. It's your favorite remote work enthusiast, Delilah, and I am back with five, yes, one, two, three, four, five hot leads to share with y'all. And these leads are a little bit of everything. I've been talking to you guys about, staying on your job hunt. Companies are gearing up for the new year. You're seeing different start dates starting in the new year, and I have more of those for y'all. Stuff right now and stuff in the coming months. So I'm not going to delay. We're going to get right on into it. But first things first, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell. YouTube might tell you, but if you're ever in doubt, come on over here because I'm here Monday through Friday. And on that note, we are ready to jump in. All right, you guys, I'm excited, and I just want y'all to know that Glassdoor is acting up for me. So I'm not going to be able to take all over to their Glassdoor accounts, but all of these companies I have checked out on Glassdoor numerous times. And if Glassdoor is working for you, make sure you go over there and, do a little bit more research. But we're going to go ahead and get on into it. So the first company that I want to spotlight is called Perdoceo Education Corporation. And this company specializes in education. It says we're an education company committed to quality academic outcomes and career opportunities for a diverse student population. And I have heard of these universities, Colorado Tech, American Intercontinental, like I'm familiar with them. Now, to navigate to their careers, at the top, you'll see where it says jobs at Perdoceo Education. I'm just going to select that, and then you can learn more about them. I'm going to go ahead and select search our current openings. And from here, I'm going to be able to see what they have available. And I'm going to get into one lead right now. So jumping on in, this is for their student information coordinator position. This is available US wide. And this is a administrative non-phone based role. They let us know that they're looking for someone who has a high school diploma or equivalent, customer service experience, entry-level administrative experience, associate degree preferred but not required, and administrative or education industry experience preferred but not necessarily required. And you have to know how to use a computer. You have to be able to, communicate effectively, persistence combined with a positive attitude, mature, learn to effectively utilize all applicable school systems, databases, and tools effectively, ability to prioritize, interact with other departments, organizational and time management skills. And they give us some very important details. Now, if you're like, okay, that sounds like me, Delilah. They didn't say anything that I don't have. What am I doing? Well, they let you know that you're going to be responsible for collecting, organizing, and monitoring assigned students' required documentation submission, along with supporting and responding appropriately to student requests or outreach in alignment with standard operating procedures. The student information coordinator is responsible for adhering to all university policies and procedures necessary for compliance with external standards as set by accrediting and licensing organizations, state and federal agencies. So you're going to review student records and information, process student documents and information, and you will need to use internal messaging and phone systems, monitor assigned student grades and document collection in accordance of required document submission deadlines, provide outstanding internal and external customer service by responding to all inquiries in a timely manner, and maintaining availability for student questions during designated department hours. So that is the lead. And I think this is a great opportunity. And this is a non-phone based role. And something that I always like to, clarify, in every legitimate job, you are always going to communicate. And there are different modes of communication. There's email, there's phone, there's fax, I don't think we do carrier pigeon, but you're going to have to communicate. And a non-phone based role, the way I always talk about them, are roles that don't require us to have that headset strapped on and you turn that availability on and the calls just keep coming one after another. That's a phone based role. But in this role, you're going to be handling student records, a lot of that paperwork and documentation. Yes, you will need to communicate with students, but you might have less than, 10 calls a day that you're handling. Or it might be be, after you handle some documentation, you pick up the phone, but it's not back to back to back calls. So I like to, give you guys that, well-rounded perspective because I know a lot of folks are trying to get out of non-phone land. And when they describe to me what they're looking for in a lead, I get alarmed because you're not going to run into anything legitimate. So you want to look for stuff that has duties that aren't necessarily phone based, but if there is phone involved, you can kind of compartmentalize when that phone would take place. It's not headset strapped on available. So, anywho, I can talk about that a lot if you guys want me to go more in depth later. But if you want to get your application in, then I would put my best foot forward and I would use the remote resume builder software. And you guys already know we've got templates to take care of you. And the template I would use is the administrative coordinator resume template. And I would pair that with the administrative coordinator cover letter template. And I would customize it for this role. And customization is easy because when you go into the software, you choose your template, you say, okay, I like this one. You go into the 5-step wizard and you just answer the questions and boom, you're ready to download. So try out the software. It's just $1 during a 7-day trial before you buy trial. And now let's move on to the next hot lead. All right, y'all, I gotta pick up the pace, okay? So the next company that I want to spotlight is The Hartford, and I have shared The Hartford many times. This is a long-standing insurance company. They always have a really great rating on their Glassdoor. And if you're not familiar with them, they offer different products like PNC, business insurance, and employee benefits. So that's awesome. So if you want to check out their careers, all you need to do is just go to the About at the top, and under that you can see Explore Careers. And then from here you can learn more about the company, what they have going on. I'm just gonna hit search right there, and then from here I can further customize my search. I'm gonna get into a lead right now. So jumping on in, this is for the Hartford's inbound sales center insurance agent position in their personal lines department. And this is available in a lot of locations. Now, I may have already talked about them, but I wanted to point them out again because yesterday, if you caught my video, I was telling y'all that I've been seeing so many companies with start dates in January, February, even March, and we're still in November, okay? So I've been seeing everything between November and March, and this is a company that is an example of they are starting in February. So I wanted to put this out there, again, in case you didn't see this in Extra Leads Club or you didn't hear me mention it, because if you're trying to secure something for the new year, you can go ahead and take care of that business right now, get your ducks in a row, and this would be a great opportunity. Plus, the details are very good. I love the details. And if you're like, Delilah, I don't have a background in insurance, well, they are going to provide licensing training. So pre-licensing training is covered by them, and it's available for candidates residing in select states. Due to state-specific scheduling restraints, candidates residing in Alabama, Georgia, Illinois, Mississippi, North Carolina, and South Carolina are required to obtain their resident license independently prior. So if you're in one of those states, including mine, you would need to be one of those people who already have theirs. But if you're like, hey, I'm good, I'm not in any of these, then they are going to help you get your license. So I wanted to give that caveat. I usually see them offer it for every state that's listed, but they do mention that, if you're in one of those states, you'd have to come with it. And if you wanted to go ahead and get that process started on your own, that's never a bad idea because once you have your license, a lot of opportunities are available to you. That's another rabbit hole we can talk about another day. But what you're going to be doing is you're going to provide comprehensive insurance solutions, evaluate risk, confidently ask for the sale while overcoming objections. And remember, people have to have insurance, so they're calling you knowing what's going on. And so to qualify, you just need 2 years of recent sales experience and comfort with negotiating and overcoming objections, ability to adapt and thrive in fast-paced environments. This is a customer-facing role, so this is something where you would need to be comfortable talking on the phone and you need a high-speed internet connection. The Hartford's going to hook you up with the equipment. And it's nice if you're bilingual. So this is a great opportunity, y'all. I really enjoy it. And if you do too, then I would put my best foot forward with the remote resume builder software. And the template I would use for sure would be the insurance customer service resume template. And I would just pair it with the cover letter template and be on my merry way. So now let's move on to the next company. Moving right along, the next company that I want to spotlight is Harbor Freight. And if you're not familiar with this company, they're kind of like a Home Depot. You can buy tools and different gizmos and things for your yard and doing work and stuff. So, it's like a Home Depot, Lowe's type store. And they have a remote opportunity that I think is going to be very well received. If you go to the bottom of their homepage, you'll see careers. And then from there, you'll be able to learn more about the company. I'm going to just go ahead and click remote right here, and that's going to show me their remote opportunities. Now, another thing to point out, all of them are going to say Calabasas, but you have to be curious like me and want to see and know about everything. And when you do, you're going to discover that their contact center associate position is available US wide. They let us know that down here. It says remote from anywhere within the continental US. And so to qualify, you just need customer service experience. It's nice if you have a bachelor's, but no one's showing up with a bachelor's. You just need a high school diploma, and you have to be able to meet the workspace requirements. So you're going to be working from home, and you're going to need 2 monitors, a laptop, a docking station, mouse, keyboard, and headset. And they get into more details about that. So it's not clear to me whether or not they're going to help provide any of that, but I will say that, this is all very basic standard stuff. And I know some people are looking for the company to provide that equipment, which is always nice. But if you have your own, you're going to have a lot more opportunity. And all day long I've been saying I'll tell you guys more about that later. That's something that we definitely will be talking about later because we need to chat about that. So they also let us know that they will reimburse your monthly internet cost, which is cool. So that's a major benefit. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be handling customer service. And, this is like a tool, kind of company. So people are going to be calling, phone, they're going to communicate via email, and you're going to provide order information, product information, troubleshoot, issue resolution. So if you're like, hey, that sounds good to me, then I would put my best foot forward. And you guys know we've got the customer service 1 or 2 resume template to help you. And we also have the cover letter to go with it. And don't forget, we've got tons more resumes and cover letters that aren't even listed here. They're already uploaded in your software when you get a subscription. So now let's move on to the next company. All right, so the next company is called Coro Health, and I have shared this company many times. This is a healthcare company that specializes in patient experience, charge master services, utilization management, you name it. That's what they do. Now, to find their careers, you would just want to go to the top here where it says company, and then you'll see a menu appear, and we'll just select careers. And then from here, you can learn more about the company and their benefits. I'm just going to go ahead and select explore career opportunities, and I'm going to select USA. They also have international, and from here I can further customize my search, and I'm going to get into one right now. So jumping on in, this is for their patient services registration representative position. And this is a great opportunity that's going to allow you to be a scheduler. I know you guys love scheduling a good appointment. And they let us know that the hospital scheduler is responsible for coordinating and scheduling patient appointments, tests, and procedures for various hospital departments. So you're going to be scheduling. And to qualify, you need a high school diploma, medical office or administrative training preferred, not required, previous experience in hospital or clinic scheduling preferred, strong organizational and multitasking skills, proficient with scheduling software and hospital information systems, excellent verbal and written communication skills, knowledge of medical terminology and healthcare processes helpful, customer service oriented with attention to accuracy and professionalism. They give us the hours Monday through Saturday that they are open. And so that's going to be, where your schedule is going to fall. So this is a great opportunity. And if you think so too, then I would definitely put my best foot forward using the appointment scheduling template. This is perfect for this role. And I would pair it with the appointment scheduling cover letter template and be on my merry way. So now let's jump into the final hot lead. All right, so jumping on in, the next company that I'm going to spotlight, last but certainly not least, is called Clarative. And Clarative used to be Multiplan, and I used to share Multiplan all the time. And Clarative, has a lot of great leads as well since, becoming Clarative. So this is a company to definitely check out. And if you want to see their careers, they have it at the top for us. We can just select that, and then you can learn more about their career opportunities. They've won a lot of awards, which is awesome. I'm going to just go ahead and select your new career starts here. And now I'm able to see everything they have, and I can further customize my search. So jumping on in, this is for their temporary medical claims intake coordinator position. And I love a good temp job. You guys know that. And if you're like, Delilah, why would someone want to work, for such a short period of time? Because they tell us that this is going to last between 60 and 120 days. So that's like a 2 to 4 month job. Well, because sometimes just one season ahead that you're going to have the availability to work. And some people like the variety of getting different jobs. Contrary to popular belief, okay? Some people do not struggle ever with getting a job. Actually, there's a lot of people like that. I talk to people all the time on this channel who are like, Delilah, thank you. I'm on my 3rd, 4th, 5th job. And then I also have the contrast of that where there are people who are like, I've been looking for a job for a year, for 2 years. And I will tell y'all, there's a reason, okay? And we'll talk about that another time. But know that there are some people who don't struggle to get a job and they like having a bunch of different jobs because they get bored fast. And some people, they can work during certain seasons. Kids are in school, you can work. When they're out of school, you don't want to work. So anyway, this is for their coordinator position. And so you will be working as a coordinator. You're going to handle internal and external communications. You're going to intake and create cases in all applicable systems, perform timely data entry, perform adjustments on medical claims, perform outreach to customers to obtain necessary details on medical claims. You do have to follow HIPAA because this is a healthcare type role, and you're going to be dealing with PHI sensitive data. So this is a great opportunity, high school diploma, be able to use a computer, learn quickly because the training is going to be for 1 week. They let us know that. And then you're going to have flexibility to determine your own schedule anytime between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So this is a great opportunity if you do need something that starts really early, or maybe you might want to start a little bit later, maybe after you get the kids off to school. This one might be the one for you. So I would definitely put my best foot forward. You guys already know we've got you covered with the remote resume builder software. I would use that administrative coordinator template and I would customize and be on my merry way. So you guys, there you have it. Those are the hot leads. If you want to use the software, as soon as you sign up, we're going to send you your login via email. We're going to send you a second email to show you how to use the software. It's easy peasy. And then email 3 is a link to our support desk. Keep it handy if you ever need to reach out to us. We are in the support desk weekends, holidays. Okay, we're there 7 days a week. So we take care of you, and I think you're going to really enjoy the software. Moving along, the next resource I have for you is Extra Leads Club. I was saying all of these leads come from Extra Leads Club. We upload about 40 of the hottest leads every single weekday. So if you've ever been like, Delilah, I want more of these leads, consider joining Extra Leads Club. It's only $10 a month, hundreds of verified leads, just like the ones you see here. You're gonna love it. Link is in the description box below. And last but certainly not least is my Amazon storefront. If you need a computer, which we all do, Amazon's got the whole hookup. I was telling y'all, if you need a dual monitor hookup, look at this. Okay, look at this. You cannot beat that. Everything that one lead from Harbor Freight was talking about, this would suffice, and you don't gotta break the bank. So check out my Amazon storefront, consider joining Extra Leads Club, and consider getting your application and using the remote resume builder software. And thank you so much for watching. I truly hope this has been helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.